Okay, yes, we are live. I'm too high. It's Wednesday afternoon. It is 1 o'clock. Andreas here from Asia Mind Dynamics in our weekly series on exploring the mindset of the entrepreneur. As you do know, I'm a certified trainer of NLP, and it's always about checking out what really goes on in somebody's mind. And in order to really understand what's going on into the mind, we are talking always about right now to entrepreneurs, people who are running a business, successful business. And let's see whom we are talking today. Today we are talking to Esteen Tan of ETC Tax Services. I took all the way to come to Puchong, which is a beautiful faraway city in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. And it's of course your session as well, where we can talk about anything that is of importance. We can talk about GST and tax saving. We can talk about her mind and what it takes to become a tax consultant overall. But I think first of all, let's see what Esteen has to say about herself while I go to my laptop and try to bring it over here so I can see, because some people are online already and I want to say hello to you. So hello. Esteen, say something about yourself while I'm sneaking down to get my laptop.
Hello. My name is Esteen. As you know that I'm a chartered accountant and tax agent by profession. And not only that, I'm also a GST tax agent. And currently I involved in this profession for the 20 years. And I have this office is this is a Puchong office, is a new office, just currently for the past 4 years.
Good. And what caused you to open 3 offices? What is your history?
Okay. First of all, at that time I stayed in Seremban. Definitely Seremban is my first office. However, at that time when I decided to move to KL, and this is why that I opened another second office and third office in PJ and in Puchong. Because both of this area is quite nearby. However, because of a traffic jam and the LRT, and this is why that these 2 offices actually they have their own customer base and different customer base as well.
And she is really good in taxes. So if you today, of course, GST is in the conversation many times in Malaysia. It's still a relatively new concept. So what's going on with the GST?
Oh, currently, GST.
Oh, that is the right stuff, isn't it? Oh, the right comment immediately, isn't it?
Currently, GST, they play a very important role, especially to every one of us. Not only for the GST registrant, but to everybody, inclusive the end user, inclusive you and me.
Wow, and Gina is asking a very dangerous question. Will GST ever be abolished if we change our Prime Minister? Gina, we don't want to go into this area. Of course, we can't go into this area, all right? I'm sorry about that one. If you want to know about that one, then you have to talk to Esteen personally. I think it's a great question, but it's a question we cannot answer, of course. What is important what drove you to, tax accounting, becoming an accountant needs a lot of love for numbers, right?
Yes, actually all the while I like numbers.
Okay, from childhood onwards, how did it develop?
Okay, first of all, initially I will think that the accounting is very much important, because everybody, doesn't matter whether this is a good economy or bad economy, everybody will touch on the figures, especially if you want to save money. And good time you want to save money for your luxury things, but actually the bad time you also want the money, or we say that we want the figures in order for us to move forward, in order for us to plan for our life goal. And because of that, initially I involved a lot in this accounting. That's why my accounting background is very strong. But later on I realized that tax actually is a very crucial thing, especially for us as an entrepreneur, or either you are the employees. And everybody definitely you will go for the employment or your business as well. And this is why I will think that the tax is very important. And finally, I move forward in order to realize that and open this aspect to my customer.
Is it you're managing 3 companies now in 3 different places? How do you manage your time?
Yeah, I have a time management, and definitely I also have a group of my expertise and my good team from my staff in order for them to help me on and off. And this is the most important part. And
Good
this
team.
is why I always say that my staff is my asset.
Okay, the staff is just sitting behind us. I wonder if they're going to comment and ask some question. Please, staff, team members, don't ask for the promotion, don't ask for the salary increase.
Definitely,
Cannot be, okay?
definitely. That's why I already give them the confirmation last week, so that they have the confirmation, they have everything.
Hey, if they're watching that video most likely as well, at least some of them, please like it, okay, what she just said here. Put some love buttons in there, some hearts into it, because hey, as entrepreneurs, we still like likes, right?
Yeah.
The more likes you get, and hey, later on we're going to talk as well about something, of course, not just an interview, because as you do know, we also have a prize giveaway at a later stage. Esteen is going to talk about this one. Now, how was it for you? I'm just curious still. We're still talking about the mindset. And I'm as an NLP trainer, I want to know more about the mindset. What went on in your mind? Was it easy for you to say, hey, I'm opening a new office somewhere else? Was that easy?
Initially, the most important part is, what do you want? Is that this is something that you want, or this is something that actually you want to do it, but actually not what you want. So this is very much important, especially after I learned your NLP, and then I realized that our focus is very much important. And luckily that initially I have all this.
Right. So it's focus overall, okay? When did you realize within yourself, Esteen, as an accountant, because there are many accountants around, right? I think if I were to go 50 meters further, there's another office most likely with an accountant.
Correct.
How did you know that you're going to succeed?
Okay.
What happened that you know I'm going to make it to run my own company?
I try to understand about the need of my client. For example, they only want the accounting service or they only want the tax service. However, for me, I equip all the services that they want. For example, this is a one-stop service. We have the company secretarial, we have the audit, we have the tax, we have the accounting, we have the advisory, and it consists of those that plan to do the application of the loan application, or maybe they want to know the facilities, and this is something that I can help them. So this is why I try to understand that what is their need, and we realize that they need the one-stop service. They need not only one service, they want services. And this is why our office, we equip with all the services that they plan to have in the future.
Right, and what are the common challenges your clients face?
The common challenge, actually, the only thing is our knowledge is quite difficult to transfer to our staff in a very short time. Because as you know that in our profession, we need the knowledge, and also we need the experience. This is why this is really tough for me, how I can transfer my knowledge to my staff in a very short time.
What is short time for you? Is it a month's time or 3 months' time?
Actually, sometimes to us, we want it to be 1 day or 2
wow.
days in order to equip their knowledge.
Wow, that is like stressing them out, isn't it?
This is why we always have the training for them.
Right. Hey, you're just in front of the training room, which actually looks pretty cool. When somebody would apply to you and work with you, what are some of the, first of all, qualifications they need to have, but what are the kind of characteristics or attitudes they would need to have in order to get recognized by you as a suitable candidate?
Correct. Besides the qualifications, actually the most important for us to focus on is their attitude. If their attitude of willing to learn, because when we interview that time, a lot of people they will say that I'm willing to learn, but when we let them know or we teach them, and most of the time that they're very scared because they're afraid, they have a lot of fear, and this is something that we need to overcome it. Luckily that
me?
Yes, luckily that Andreas, actually I attended the Andreas NLP, and then I know that this is some way that we need to help our staff. And this is why when we help our staff, for them to overcome the fear, and only this is a time that they can learn something from there.
Right. Gina is asking another dangerous question, you know. She's got a girlfriend who's looking for a job. Any vacancy available?
Yeah, sure. So I also open, because for those you want to take for internship, for example, my upside we have the internship from Thai College, or maybe we say that Thai University as well. We also have from Sunway and a lot of university, local university and overseas university. Then when they come over here, we give them some sort like those training in order for them to equip for that. And we want the intern and also we want the permanent staff, especially the permanent staff.
What about marketing?
What type of marketing?
What type of marketing? Throw it back to Gina, of course,
marketing?
you know. Let's say hello to some people. We have Justin joining me again.
Hi,
Justin is one of my, I think you've met him, right?
Yes,
he's your friend from our NLP class and a regular viewer of the Facebook Live ones. One of those guys who always ask great questions. How was it for you when you really started up how long was it again?
Exactly is more than 15 years.
Wow. Do you still remember how it was for you when you were hiring your very first person?
Yeah.
Is the person still here?
Correct.
Is that person still around in your office or he or she left?
The first person is not over here, is in Seremban.
Oh, still with you?
Yeah, actually we still have a connection with her because currently she is not in accounting line. She is in Gina, what you say that is marketing line. Marketing on the car vehicle. So she is sales of the vehicle at this moment. But she is my first staff. When actually she was my LCCI student.
Okay. And how was it for you, Esteen, when you were hiring the very first person? How was that for you? Because it changed, right? Early on you worked alone by yourself, isn't it?
No. Actually, after I graduated, I worked in the big company. However, at that time, I have a plan in order to move over to Seremban. And this is why I start out of my career in Seremban first. And then from there, actually we move forward in order to come over here. And at that time, I will realize that because all the while when in my school time, I also involved a lot in those entrepreneur. And this is why I make up my plan in order to start my career on my own.
Is it easy for you when you started up? Was it easy for you?
I never think about easy or difficult. I just think I want to move forward on this direction.
Okay. What's your vision going forward?
Currently, I also set my 2018 New Year resolution, 8 resolution for my staff in order for
You
us.
set it for your staff?
Yes, we set together for our mission together in order to move forward, especially because every year we have our New Year resolution. We move forward together. I do not want to move forward on myself alone. This is why I set for my team in order this is a goal for our team, this is the goal for our company. And
do you usually achieve your goals?
Most of the time we can achieve, but we need to work for it. We cannot just waiting for the dream to come true. But we need to work for it.
It's always about working, isn't it? How many hours do you put in per week?
You means actually I involve to me is all the time. I don't say that it's 24 hours, but it's anytime, anywhere, any place.
Right. Okay. So you also. Did you buy that building here or you rent it? Because she's got a whole building here.
This is our building.
Huh?
We bought it 4 years ago. This is our own building.
Wow. So would you define yourself, describe yourself, and don't ask me what do I mean by that, okay? As a full-blooded, true entrepreneur? Because I think it's fantastic what you're getting on the roll here.
Yeah, actually, this is why, for example, I use myself as a life example for my tax saving. For example, initially we bought this one is under personal name, but later on we transfer it to the company's name. Because of the transfer, we can adjust the pricing, and because of a new company's act, we can revalue it, and later on they have a lot of benefit for my company in order to pay to their, we say that, the shareholders, inclusive myself.
You're ready for a real tax question.
Practical, very practical.
You want to have a real question?
Yeah, what type of questions?
Okay, Jiyong is asking, what would be the maximum amount, I'm showing it to you, what would be the maximum amount that can be claimed under our monthly entertainment expenses, like sports, recreation?
Okay,
Now we get really special, but hey, you have heard today, so today in this, we have another half an hour or 45 minutes or so. In this session, I ask all the questions free of charge. Esteen is knowledgeable, she knows her stuff. Ask her the question, she's answering to the best way possible. Ask her for tips, tricks, tricks, legal tricks, and ask her all the questions regarding how to save tax. It's important for everybody.
Yes, correct. For example, that Siew is asking about the entertainment. Normally, we will analyze this entertainment is for the staff, or this entertainment is for the customer, or this entertainment actually is for your supplier. For example,
for you.
So, because of our analysis, we need to have it. Siew is asking how much. That's why, for example, like this is the case that when we impose this one is entertainment to our to our staff. Actually, this is 100% deductible, and we have the criteria how to claim for it. And if you ask about the amount, then definitely I would like to see your whole P&L, because from your profit and loss accounts we can justify how much is the figure, or maybe we can have the guideline for them, because we cannot say that this is the figure, because individual sizes of the company actually the matter a lot on this amount. This is why that we are very concerned about the whole overall logic and not only particular person, because this is case to case basis. Chiyong, you should look for me. Bring along your P&L account and come to my meeting room.
Right now. Hey, today is Wednesday afternoon. Andreas here. Asia Dynamics sitting together with Esteen Tan of ETC Tax Services, a very knowledgeable tax advisor, tax saver actually, because it's the next question, okay? That immediately, Cynthia, yes, hey Cynthia,
Hi,
good to see you, alright? You know Cynthia, right? Cynthia's Justin's wife?
Oh,
he's
okay.
at work most likely,
Yes.
and she's maybe somewhere else, I don't know.
I know Cynthia.
She's asking what's the best way for tax saving? What can we do to reduce the tax on our profit?
Oh, a lot of things that you can save.
50 tips. Can you give it out? Give it out now.
Normally I would say that it's 100 tips.
Okay,
Because of
50 enough now.
Actually, it's more than hundreds because of too many scenarios. However, for example, just how you mentioned about the entertainment. Entertainment is one kind of the tax saving we can help you to save, but you need to look for me.
Okay. Any other tip?
Yes. Besides this, we also...
Two more, come on.
A lot of people that will mention about the sponsorship, then how to save the sponsorship into your tax. Or maybe another one you can say about this is also connection with the staff retention, how to give away the reward to your staff, and at the same time you can save a lot of your taxes and make your staff happy because of that.
Now we can also talk about maybe, okay, because we have both of them here right now. Cynthia and Justin are married. What would happen if one is hiring the other one as an employee? Is that a way to save taxes as well?
Maybe I just use my example in my office. Actually, we implement for them. Everybody knows that the EPF rate is either for employer portion is either 12% or 13%. But in our office, we give them 40% or we give them 15%, and maximum is 19% on certain category. However, for the manager, it's straight away is 15%. However, if for those not up to that the manager level, they are start from the first year, then the second year they become the 40% and 15%. And for this 40% and 50% to them, that is another way of the reward to them. And to the company, actually this is one type of the tax saving in the sense.
You better write down exactly where we are in this video so you don't need to listen to everything again, because that was very detailed information immediately, isn't it?
Correct.
The best would of course be just call Esteen, ask her what's going on and how it goes overall, okay? I would like to say, do you know Jackie? Still remember Jackie, sir? Jackie, yeah, not Zito, Jackie, I don't know how the surname always problem.
Jackie Sito.
Hey Jackie, okay,
Hi,
that's how you
Jackie.
pronounce this name. Welcome. Wen Peng, also
Yes.
hello to you.
Wen Peng is Emily.
Oh, that's Emily.
Emily.
Oh yeah, I get
Emily.
yeah.
I can remember their name now.
I know the normal name, not the Chinese name, whatever the normal and unnormal here anyway, okay? You want to answer another dangerous question from Gina? Ready for another dangerous question? Gina, she's writing so much, I gotta show you again. You also advise clients on merger and acquisitions. There's a clinic chain for sale right now. How to derive a fair figure for acquisition. Is there a formula that you use? Whew.
Yeah, actually this is a more advanced questions for the acquisition, and a lot of time normally we will advise them to do the due diligence, and actually our office provide this service to our customer whether this investment is worthwhile for them. We will help them to do the financial due diligence, and definitely we will incorporate with the legal due diligence with our panel lawyer, and also we have certain things, some sort like the criteria and the step and the checklist for them to move forward. We actually, I do quite a lot of the court case, and a lot of time because they omit these very important procedures, and this is why finally we have no choice to help them to do some calculation, and especially we say that it's valuation for the court purpose.
Is that a specialization of yours? Do you do often have mergers and acquisitions?
Yeah, actually a lot of cases we do for a few, for them to do the acquisition on the either is the company equipped with their property or the company with a piece of land. So we also help them to do that. But definitely for the valuation part, we will introduce the valuer and the surveyor in order to help out.
Of course. Of course. Let's go back in time again. Justin has always this one question he's really curious about. I think you're writing a book around that one most likely, or doing a research on entrepreneurs, because he's always asking, when you started up Esteen, did you have a clear vision on where the company will be, or did you build it up along the way?
Yes, this is some sort like, for example, when I study, I already have my mind that I want to do some entrepreneur. And this is why when my first distance learning courses is regarding how to set up the company on your own. From the small, from the medium size, or from the big. And definitely I will start from the small scale. And because of that, I start on my own in order for me to experience everything of that. And not only for that, actually my mind also always will think that how to help my people in order for them to move forward as well. I'm not only thinking myself, because if thinking myself I can control, but if I want to help my staff, it's very difficult for me, especially train my patient and train my patient. You know that, okay? So train my patient. I need a lot of patience in order when I try to help them, especially when the different level, maybe we say that it's a power distance, how to help them throughout the way. And a lot of times, if no one, as we say that no guidance from other people, no mentor from other people, it's very difficult for you to move forward. Especially if you want to move forward within a very, we say that a short time.
And you want to stay successful, right?
For me, I always look for the short time in order to move forward for the big step.
Seems like. Do you have a plan? Did you have a vision and you broke it down into individual action steps?
Yeah, definitely. Because actually we have a written steps. For example, this person, I do some assessment on her. I know that this person maybe is in level 1, so I just match back her characteristic, her attitude, and the action in order for her from the level 1 how to move forward for the level 2 and level 3 and so on.
Ready for another text question?
Okay.
I think guys, you'll learn a lot here today, but I want to put out here what I think is important, a disclaimer that anything we say today might be actual at that point of time right now, but if you take action on it, you can't guarantee results, right?
Yes.
It's always individual expertise, of course. It's depending on your own needs and requirements. So for more details, really, you gotta go to Esteen here in Puchong or in any of her other places, or so send her an email, set up an appointment, and then you get a real good advice And it might be in alignment with what we are saying here right now. It might be totally different, right?
Yes,
it's
correct.
always possible, okay?
This is why my appointment tomorrow is in Seremban.
Okay. Hey, there's somebody else who's asking a question. Also is asking any special tax. You gotta read it with me, okay? Any special tax saving for professional practice company. So we are just registered as partnership company with a board of architects, but not with SSM.
Okay. So normally we will ask them to, for example, the specialized one is like doctor, and also like those architect firm, engineering firm. But normally we will ask them to register under themselves in the board, but at the same time register under the, we say that is a company SSM. In the company, either you can have, if you want to mention about the partnership, you have a two structure in Malaysia is either you take this one as your normal partnership or your LLP. Actually, LLP is meant for this special professional, but a lot of times they use widely for others. And another one they can use is for Seremban, but the requirement is, for example, both of them must be in the same board.
This was very Malaysian answer because you can only answer for Malaysia. Do you have clients overseas?
Yes, definitely. I have quite a lot of clients overseas. Some sort like 20% of my client base.
What do they look for? Because every now and then somebody from my friends from America, Australia, New Zealand, Europe are linking in, watching as well. What are the services you would offer to those who are outside?
We also provide them, especially their overseas income, such as an offshore company. We also provide them individuals, for example, that come to Malaysia and work in Malaysia, how they do the tax clearance with the income tax, and how they want to do the submission when they are still in Malaysia. Or maybe sometimes they want to go back for goods, and what is the tax clearance that we need to help them in order to figure out all that.
What's your ideal client?
My
really ideal client. Shout it out, and maybe somebody knows. Hey, do you know the 6 degrees of separation? Ever heard that? That we are only 6 degrees, 6 people away from our dream referral, dream person. So, who is the one, or what is the one company that you would like to work with?
Okay.
Now listen carefully.
Company, sometimes I do not want the company, but I can let you know the structure. For example, this is F&B company. They have a few outlets, maybe in KLCC, maybe in the Curve, maybe in whatever the new we say that the shopping, the complex. And when they have this outlet, normally they want to have the tax advisor in order to help them to save the taxes. And not only that, we also help them to do the maybe accounting. We just give them the advice on the accounting, how to save their taxes, and we also do a range such as the advisory, and maybe we also give them the costing method, or maybe we also give them the acquisition, whether they want to take away about that. The particular company. So this is a wide range, and I prefer that to do this company with all the jobs connection about that, because this one actually we can show to them that we are the one-stop service company, and because of that, not a lot of company, and we say that it's very seldom they have one company that equips for all the knowledge and all the expertise in the same company. So
when I were to say, is there any company which is too big for you? Like for example, if a Microsoft, Bill Gates calls you up and says, hey Esteen, I saw this fantastic live video on Facebook, can you do my taxes? Would you do it?
Can, definitely. No
Mr. Gates!
Then at least I have my checklist in order to help them to check one by one actually which area is the weakness area in order for me to help them more. Okay, so if you know anybody that big or so, any company, like a conglomerate, let's say for example, can I mention some names? So if you would, for example, TM would come up, or Maxis, or Sunway Group, if they were to come to you, would you be able to handle them? Yes, definitely. All right. Because we have a one team, and not only Esteen alone. If regarding Esteen alone, maybe it's very difficult because of my capacity. However, if with one team, I think that one is not a problem. Good. Another question for accounting? Yeah, sure. Okay, Cynthia asked a question. I have no idea what it means overall. Any difference in taxing between LLP, what's LLP standing for, and normal partnerships? If yes, could you kindly explain the benefit for LLP? Okay.
What's NLP standing for? Help me.
It's a limited liability partnership.
Oh, okay.
If you, in terms of the partnership is, as you know, that this is for unlimited liability. For Sdn Bhd, they are limited liability, and NLP is in between both of them. And a lot of cases, because this structure actually is not so popular in Malaysia. In Malaysia, either they use for sole proprietorship or maybe they use for the Sdn Bhd. And for us, we encourage them to use the Sdn Bhd because companies actually have more on to help them to protect in this side of category. For NLP, initially when they started that time, talk about the history, okay? When initially they want to start about NLP, is because of a lot of professions, for example, engineers, for example, lawyer, such as our accounting, we say that accounting firm. When we want to start out with this profession, and all those professional, because at that time, if they want to start the audit firm, they cannot have Sdn Bhd. And if this is the case, they only have the partnership and either partnership or sole proprietor. But because of that, they have a lot of limitation in the sole proprietorship. And this is why that they come out of LLP is meant for professional. And this professional structure actually later on in SSM not so popular because not a lot of professional that want to use this type of structure. This is why they're open for everybody to use it. And if you ask about in terms of that, then I like to share with you why not you just change to Sdn Bhd instead of you want LLP. Unless you give me a very good reason that you want LLP, then you can stay on. A lot of cases they will complain that maybe Sdn Bhd is more expensive. Seems like the cost is a lot. But I will tell you very honest to tell you that the tax for Sdn Bhd is 18% in 2018. But in terms of the percentage you want to put in under LLP, actually sounds like not only that you have a lot of different we say that issues will come out. And no matter how you use which structure, I can help you. But before you want to confirm or maybe you want to fix, either you want to LLP, Sdn Bhd or partnership, you need to look for me so that I can explain to you with your own criteria, and then I show to you why this is the things that help you and why this is the things that cannot help you. Not LLP is suitable to everybody, but everybody can have LLP.
Wow, Cynthia, are you still there? That was, I think, a very, very detailed, succinct, professional answer. I'm totally like, whoa! You see, that's a challenge with Esteen, you know. She knows so much. You ask her a good question, and out she comes with tons of knowledge that normal people have no idea about. But that's because normal people have no idea about it. That means you need her actually, right?
Yes.
Because
correct.
she knows it, okay? She can weave her way around into legal ways, helping you to give you the best advice and to give you real good tax savings. Hey, we are living in a high income or high expenditure time. Everywhere we want to save money, we want to save money.
Additional note for Cynthia. When you come to look for me, I will draw up the diagram for you. The first diagram is on the partnership, the second diagram is on LLP, and the third diagram is on Sdn Bhd. And then from there, I do some comparison for you in order to make your own decision, which one to you is the best and suit you more.
For you, what are your personal, professional challenges you're facing on a day-to-day basis?
For my daily basis, I will realize that the challenge to me is the time. The time is very much important. This is why we say that just now I did mention that the time management, and this is why that when I have a shortage of time, I will straight away have more expertise and I share a delegation my job to them in order for me to work closely with them. And this is why that even though it's a challenge, but it's a short-term challenge.
Right. So you are one of those entrepreneurs who actually managed to move from working in the business to working on the business. And I believe you know the difference, right?
Yes.
In the business means you get busy with the nitty-gritty details and have no chance to take a big picture, while on the business means you are actually I'm starting actually like you are. We always say actually to each other, okay? On the business means you're working, you're delegating, you have the big picture and plan, you're setting out to market your services and how to develop the company forward, right?
Correct.
Did you ever work in the company directly, not on the company?
No, actually I also work in the company itself. Because initially when I start out with any new clients, I will set and then I will design myself. A lot of time they do not know that accountant actually is a designer. I will design the work, how to start with it. I will do some arrangement, then I will fix my people to be in. If I have a shortage at that time, I will look for the outsiders. For example, like my friends, in order to ask them, some of them to help me in order to delegate out some of the job, in order we move together.
I want to shout out to Louis. I think Louis Sastrawijaya. The name sounds like you are from Indonesia. Let me know if you are staying in KL, Malaysia, or if you're actually singing in from Indonesia. If you're not in KL, best regards to Indonesia. Are you working in Indonesia as well?
Yes, I have clients in Indonesia.
Right. Hey guys, if you get a lot of information here from Esteen, share this video across your timeline with other people, because I think, honestly speaking, you get a ton of information from her today. That's how she is. She's like a walking dictionary, honestly speaking, with regard to tax savings overall.
I text a lot of friends and clients to give me the opportunity in order to work in a lot of places and a lot of cases.
Please ask some more questions. If somebody were to open an accounting company like you today, they're sitting there, let's say they're working in a tax consulting company or they're studying tax consulting, what are the 3 or 4 advices you would give them that makes them successful? They have a chance to succeed.
The first question is, don't do everything on your own. You must share out your questions, you must have your network in order when you face the challenges, then you can easily ask the mentor or the senior in order to guide you all along. Otherwise, you have alone yourself, the knowledge is limited, and the time also is a restraint. So this is why that I advise that the first is to share with your network, to share with your senior, to share with your mentor in order you want to move forward.
Where do they find those networks?
It depends on their, for example, like some of them, they are very easygoing. So for them, they need to look for a good person that they realize that can help them more. And a lot of times that for us, we encourage for the giver's gain. So this is why that the giver's gain from us actually is help them a lot. Actually, I have quite a lot of those juniors in my school. So they on and off, they look for me, and then we just have a chat outside, maybe have a drink. Then I share with them. So when they start doing the business, and then when they move forward, and it's a good sign, actually I feel very happy. This is one of my job satisfactions.
Right, good. Now, how can they reach you? Don't give your mobile phone number. They could find it, of course, in ETC's tax services. But what's your email address? If somebody wants to reach out to you, set up the appointment, looking for advice, what's your email address? How do they find you?
My email address is Esteen, my name ESTEEN.TAN, my surname Tan, alias T Thailand T-advisory.com. Esteen.tan@t-advisory.com.
Right. Anything else? So I wanted to ask you the question, but I think you answered it. But let me throw it out nevertheless, because you can still ask questions. We got about another 10 minutes to go. So what makes you different? Why shall people come to you? Aside of all this beautiful stuff that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah. Okay, the first one is because of my thinking is not always about the business. My thinking is always how I can help you. How I can help you in order for you to move forward. Because of this special criteria for myself since my young time, this is why I have a lot of friends. And because of that, when I realized that I have a one time of difficulties when I do not have any staff, cannot find any staff, and at that time I have 5 friends to help me to do the job for 20% of the job to distributed to the 5 friends. And during that year, they helped me to meet my mission in order I can fulfill and help my customer to finish the job. And at the same time, I feel very happy and appreciation from my this group of friends in order for them to help me. And this is the one time, this is the only time that I feel that I have a lot of friends.
Right.
Definitely.
Justin, I think, yes, it's a nice compliment. He says, keep up the good service, Esteen.
Yes, hi.
That's what she wants to
Thank
do.
you.
Roger, hello, Roger.
Hi.
You're joining as well right now. I really appreciate it as well. We are closing in to the end, not finished yet if you don't have any question. Otherwise, you want to say anything overall to them?
Yeah, very happy that to know that you are at this moment you are here. So we share among each others with a lot of times, especially this time, and not forget about that we can have our contact. Then we can meet others time.
Right. Let's wrap it up slowly.
Yeah.
Of course, you do know that next Tuesday, sometime in the afternoon, I'm still waiting. If you still have a chance for a question, of course, sometimes in the afternoon of Tuesday, I'm going to do this Tuesday. I'm doing the lucky draw with all of you who participated or are going to participate overall. Ask further questions. Esteen is going to check it out. If you've got more questions, she's going to answer those questions.
Yes.
That's always possible, of course. Next Wednesday at 1 o'clock, there will be another Facebook Live where I again explore the mindset of the entrepreneur. I hope I'll find another exciting topic. If there's anything else you want to know, otherwise we are wrapping it up. We wish you a wonderful wishing is
Thank
going
you
to
very
create
much.
a wonderful life. Wonderful 2018. I thank Esteen here from ETC Tech Services. I'm here in Puchong, taking my way back to Solaris to Tamas, where my own office is. But thank you for joining. Thank you for the wonderful questions. Share this video, distribute it, learn from it, and check it out. All right. Bye bye. And I gotta get